The Crystal Ball by Peter Tosh is the awesomest song for basically what I'm doing with this book read and with some of my other videos, which is just to predict what's going on in the future. And Peter Tosh does a beautiful job of predicting the future with this song called Crystal Ball. So let me drop a flow, cause you know that's how I go. I told y'all that I'ma drop that hot stuff for y'all. So I'm gonna pack another ball and proceed to smoke before I do the read, yo. Cause the book read is powerful. It's nearing the end of chapter 4. So you know Peter Tosh dropping the hot stuff for y'all. But I be doing it in the back with a freestyle, cause the copyright fags be on my ass. So I gotta try to mask the sound, but it's not gonna drown the automatic sensors of Babylon shitstone. Looking at a crystal ball, black mamba. That's what they call it. That's what they call you. That was the name of my vaporizer or something like that. My gat, in fact, when I had one. But I didn't kill no one, son, with my stun gun. Used it on myself once and on a spider. Fried her. Yeah. I don't know if it was a Friday, but I was fried like eggs and bacon. So mistaken. Blood running, fire burning, God crying in the shitty. So in the shitty, all this is going on because they're affected the most. Down pressure, chasing people, seeing. So let's start seeing what Jack Azatali has predicted for our post-millennial age. The desire to achieve mastery over oneself, to equip oneself with early warning systems able to detect the onslaught of disease or physical deterioration, the increasing familiarity with display screens and computer-generated images, the growing distrust of the medical establishment, combined with the faith in the technological superiority of nomadic objects, even infallibility of these objects, these will open enormous markets for these devices. Medical practitioners deprived of a portion of their traditional function, will nevertheless find new roles in healing illnesses that, were it not for nomadic objects, would previously have gone undetected. So the doctors will keep their chanting on. With the use of these nomadic objects, which have their aim to replace them, obviously. They will also be helpful in the production and experimentation in the use of these medical self-surveillance gadgets. Wow, I don't want to be paying taxes for eating too much fat. That's racist. Self-diagnostic devices will help measure educational progress. Computer tests, educational games, binary games requiring yes or no may be easily put into a computer's memory at that time to assess the kid's knowledge. Now programs allow students to check what she has learned and to study for examinations at home in many different subjects, many different levels. Nomadic objects of the same sort, but immensely more sophisticated, will allow children to learn by themselves knowledge that is today provided by the world of schools and teachers. The difference between education and play will blur. Modern pedagogy is already preparing for the arrival of this day. And so am I, by teaching college classes online. College level classes, right? Except all the unprofessionalism displayed by yours truly and my alter ego Rap Quake and so forth. The differences between education and play will blur. Modern pedagogy is already preparing for the arrival of this day. So they learn, but they also play in class and sleep and get abused. That's all part of the package, and it's already happening. So in 1990. To learn is to live by proxy, to travel by images. Nomadic man will study at all ages on screens and with images that one will manipulate by oneself, driven by the need to be informed, to be au courant with everything that is going on in the world. This ephemeral succession of tragedies and comedies. Alright, and that's your TV. Video discs will contain entire dictionaries to consult. Tomorrow, children will listen to the computer teacher just as today. That's funny. The computer teacher. Oh man. Buy your kids a special computer teacher computer for study and one for play. Just as today they use a calculator instead of memorizing the multiplication tables. The camcorder will become much more advanced. Today it is a tool for leisure. Tomorrow it will be an instrument for the permanent recording of information. Ta-da! It will become a tool for the retrieval of data, especially when it is merged with the personal computer. Entire libraries will be preserved in these portable video computers. Nomadic man can then browse whenever he wishes, and this reminds me of the movie Minority Report. And the nomadic man was displayed in that movie pretty brilliantly, using these video computers to engage in many life functions. And he was surrounded by them in all his life functions and activities. All these objects will use magnetic or optical memories whose capacities will reach several thousand billion characters. We will regard them as indispensable, just as today we cannot imagine how we survived in the world before the arrival of the copy machine and the fax. Such objects will sustain economic growth far into the future because they will empower us as never before. We will be free to live where we wish with the portable tools we need to stay in touch with each other, detached from the factories and office buildings of the past. In the past, people used to live in towns around factories and corporations and so forth. Corporate towns and so forth. Factory towns. And the office draggery. So now this is a good paragraph. I have not chosen the word nomad by chance. Not only does it seem to me to characterize the industrial objects to come, but it is also the key term that best describes the culture of consumption and lifestyle of the next millennium. For example, entertainment and leisure will be nomad is also the key term that describes the culture of consumption and lifestyle. Entertainment and leisure will be devoted to the ideal of travel. TV already allows us to come and go all over the world in space and time, in reality and in fiction. Moreover, it allows us to travel without ever stirring from our comfortable armchairs at home. Thus, we can partake of the nomadic life through the medium of television, switching from channels. This reminds me of the Matrix and everybody in their pods, like that Idiocracy movie too. Everybody in front of their TV, shitting in their couch/toilets. Living life through electronic images, we travel and experience the world vicariously and safely. Thus, a television program is particularly profitable product, and it will continue to be in great demand for many years to come. Even though everything's digitalized, it's still true. Then he talks about travel. The watch, the phone. And I'll continue because it's already 12 minutes next time. And try to finish it up. So these are the last few pages. So I'll come back to page 106. But I have more power later.